Alright everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and I'm back. So I'm gonna actually be playing more of this because I really do need to get some of this going. Like, I really want to is what I should say. But, basically there's just some things that... Oh! Okay, this is new. This thing never had a power bar before. Okay, so I thought I would like take a look around at some things and oh shit. Those used to never come in here. Those are called stalkers and they will like usually sneak up behind you and kill the shit out of you.
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh my god, I need to make some oxygen tanks. The only problem is they take up so much inventory. But until you can get like a sea moth, is what they call it, you can't really do anything about that anyway. There you go. So it's only 2 you need now. That's different. And I wish I could do something about those graphics,
Emergency.
but
10 seconds of oxygen
I really
remaining.
can't. Yeah, so we're gonna need that silver ore. Sheesh. That's why I went ahead and grabbed that real quick. Salt is actually used to make water, if you can believe that. Because you can use it to make bleach, supposedly. And then you can filter water by using that. Anyway, since I've only been like talking about certain things in the game lately, another thing I should tell you about is that how do I put this? So the solar panel used to be a default blueprint that you would start with, like you didn't have to actually hunt it down. But they decided to make it something that you had to hunt down later on in the game. And it actually pissed off a lot of people, I'll be honest, because a lot of people were like, oh, come on, why do we have to, you know, frickin' have that? That doesn't make any sense. That's useless. I don't know why it wants me to make that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need to go, wait, I can't get silicone rubber, can I? Oh yeah, it's from the seed clusters, not from the vine itself. That's right, okay. I was like, I'm sure just run here anyway, where these bastards are. Okay, 75 seconds should give me plenty of time. Alright, so we unlock the sea glide.
New blueprint acquired.
Let's see if we can't find some stalker tooths. Oh yeah, there's one right there. I think he attacked something else. He didn't attack me, apparently. He thought about attacking me, apparently. Yeah, usually to get away from them, you can put yourself in between fish and stuff, and that will help, because then they'll go after the fish instead. Might seem cruel, but it is one of the best ways that I've found. Lead? Okay, that's new. I used to never be able to pick up lead, so that's kind of interesting. That's actually needed to make, I think, a radiation suit. And you used to be able to just create it by combining metals and stuff or something like that. So it's kind of cool that they force you to now find it, I guess. I don't know, it kind of pisses me off a little bit. And this map doesn't seem to be much, like, similar to what it used to be. What's this? Just gotta watch out for the stalker jackass. Looks like he's after me, though.
10 seconds of oxygen remaining. New blueprint acquired.
No, 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 no. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Shit, fuck. Okay, so that means I just lost every useful fucking item I just had, and I have every right to be pissed off, because when you die, not only do you lose every useful item you had that you just found before you got back to your goddamn ship, you also tend to lose deprecated entry. You also tend to lose the amount of food that you had before, and it always starts you off at something retardedly stupid, like 50%, as you see. And I say that because, God, will you just grab it? Thank you. So just picking it up gives me the recipe for it? That's different, too. What's this thing? Can I still pick this thing up or not? No, okay. That's always been a fish that just is like floating around, but you can't do anything with. Apparently it's not edible anyway. But I'm like, why can't I just at least pick it up? Ooh, that one's worth a lot of food, so I'm trying to grab him. Man, since when do they make it so hard to grab fish? You used to be able to, like, reach across the world and grab them. So that's why I'm like, well, not across the world, but like an honest-to-God arm's length you could reach and grab these fish. Alright, so let's cook the Gary fish, because that's worth a lot more. And then let's make filtered water out of the air sac. Not eating a dead animal, but it's best to remember that humans survived adequately without synthetic foods for many years. You can too. Now, like, curing food actually makes it worth more food, but it's also not as available to you, so to speak. Let's see. These are useful. They actually allow you to get back to the surface quickly. I don't know if it still does that, but that's what it used to do. Lubricant and copper wire. No, that's under this. 2 copper ores, okay. Well, anyway, there you go. Let's fill up on water. Okay, GTFO out of this thing. Okay, so now we need to go hunting again for more fish. Damn it. Ran into a barnacle. Like I said, I don't remember this being this difficult. Most of the time, I used to be able to grab a fish quite easily. I bet they made it harder because they really wanted you to, you know, experience the difficulty of this. Oh, that whole fish right here is actually a good one to get. He's also worth a lot of food if I remember right. He's also,
creature discovered.
I think he's one of the ones that you can eat raw. Let me see. No, he's not.
Emergency.
You can
10
tell if you can
seconds
drink,
of
if you can
oxygen
eat a fish
remaining.
raw or not, if it actually affects your water. If it affects your water, you can't eat it raw. Sometimes it'll actually tell you how it cooks the fish, but it didn't this time. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give you a chance to see just how much it actually helps. Anyway, let me see something real quick. Wow, okay, it feels a lot longer than that, so that's a good thing I checked. Okay, so let's see what this is over here. Now you shouldn't scan anything that you've already scanned before. So, like, you'll get titanium for it, but it's a waste of battery now. So, I wouldn't do that unless you just need the titanium. And since titanium is so readily available almost everywhere else, it's really not worth it to do that. I guess I got tired of hearing people bitch about not being able to find the solar panels. I'm not gonna scan the metal
Caution.
salvage.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm trying to remember some other things I can tell you about this game. Well, I can say this at least. I'm excited to be able to play this again because after my whole screwed recording, I was like kind of indifferent to playing this game. Like, I really had no interest in really playing it again. Oh, whoa, radiation. Whoa, why am I getting radiation? I used to never get radiation here. Radiation means you're near the ship. And normally it's not a problem as long as you have the radiation suit. And since I don't have it at this time, I just swam right over there thinking, oh, I'll be okay, you know. Come on, stupid
Caution.
fucking mouse.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
But yeah, I don't know. This is actually more realistic now that I think about it. It used to be if you got up to the surface, you would be able to just always see above it, like above the water and all that. But now they made it where even if you're above the surface and able to breathe, you still see underwater. So I'm actually kind of glad they did that, even though I think it's kind of stupid at the same time. Oh, and your little thing here does drift after a while, like it'll move to a different spot. So always try to keep an eye out for where it is. One time I got screwed over because it like moved like a hell of a distance away from the ship, and I ended up having to build a base instead, which is something you can do, and I will show you how to do that later. Oh wait, no, I need this. Yeah, that's about right. I usually have about 100 one stuff. Okay, so yeah, I need 2 fiber meshes and 1 lead, which is pretty easy to get. But I need to go swim in Stalker territory and go grab some creepvine clusters. What's really cool about that is you can grow your own creepvine with this once you get an aquarium, which you can only get while in the base. Like, you have to get it inside the base. You can't just build it anywhere you want, even though that would make perfect sense, I guess. Now, I wonder, did they make it where, the creepvine cluster takes up a shit ton of space? Yeah, okay. So there's a thing that it used to do where if you grab something like that, it would take up only one area, And it made sense for it to do that. But then they decided, let's make it more difficult and make it where it's just like freaking takes up every like possible place in your inventory. Part of me understands why they did it, but at the same time I don't understand, because I know that they were trying to make the game harder, you know. But it just pisses me off because like you need those clusters for other things as well, like not just this. Why is my guy automatically moving to the right? I just realized that. Okay, synthetic fibers. That's something that you can only make later. Fiber mesh you can't actually make until you have a certain item in your inventory, which we can't grab yet until we get our knife, which we should be able to make one now. Yeah, titanium. Knife has been an essential tool of the human race for approximately 2.5 million years. It is recommended that you look after this one. I just like how it like pauses for a second, like 2.5 million years. So they're basically telling you, like the game is basically saying, I forgot that he does that, telling you just how different the time zone is in this game compared to real life time zone. This is actually kind of cool. Actually, I guess those are probably clouds, now that I think about it. There we go, I need at least 4. And so yeah, then you get fiber mesh and something else unlocked. Now knives have durability too, but you don't see it at the bottom of the screen. Like how long they last until they're useless. You have to go into your menu to see that. I'm surprised they didn't just put it on the thing. Sensor below. Okay, whatever. Okay, good. The power cells are still online. Forgot about that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so they still take up everything. But they also go, like, you can actually eat them as food, but they actually go bad really quick. So you'd have to, like, eat it, like, right away. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that, we are one step closer to making the radiation suit. We just need to find one more lead. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see. Can you make lead anymore? You used to be able to make it from 2 batteries, now that I think about it. Which makes 0 sense. So yeah, you can't. So you have to hunt it down. Well, I don't have 2 batteries anyway, but I mean, like, you have to hunt it down. I don't know how I feel about that. You know? Because it used to not be a thing you had to worry about, so I don't know. I think the striders are a little bit easier to catch at night because they usually tend to just sit around. Like I've actually snuck up on one and caught one before. Okay, you can also dig the sand. It doesn't really do much except for just like make a hole eventually if you keep digging. Other than that, it doesn't really help you much in the game. So just, you know, keep that in mind. That metal salvage, it takes up the same amount of space as the other things. Hey, what's this? It's like a locker. Apparently not. My hand's falling asleep, though. I need to shake some life back into it. Oh wow, we were deep. How close are we to the ship? Pretty close. Okay, so we don't actually want to swim that way anyway. I was trying to find sandstone. Well, not sandstone, but limestone outcroppings to break down. There's actually a really good spot in some cases. Oh wow. They apparently attacked something. If you swim into that, you'll die. I guess you can collect those before they explode? So that's what they said, right? They were like, swim behind gastropods to collect their shit, which is basically what that is. What if it'll allow me to scan one of them without being killed? Ah, nope. Damn it, gastropod, I'm not trying to hurt you. There we go.
Emergency. 10 seconds of
This is
oxygen
bad.
remaining.
Okay, we're okay. Alright, let me look at this entry real quick. No, not photo album. Databank. Alien life forms. Yeah, here we go. Gastropod. Slow-moving life form capable of filling the water with a poisonous and corrosive compound, capable of dissolving even synthetic fibers. Algae gland, a bulbous sac-like appendage on the rear end, a species of luminescent yellow algae, lives inside the sac and produces the poisonous compound. Abdominal muscles contract when the creature is frightened, causing the man to emit the noxious compound into the surrounding water. Filtration system. Multiple gill layers appear to render this creature impervious to the noxious clouds it produces. So it says avoid them. So there you go. That's basically how you find out what each enemy does to you when you, you know, get attacked by it or whatever. Always make sure to put away your weapon, by the way, or like your item that you're using, because it will slow you down. Ah, here's the tube. These tubes always have like outcroppings on them, so always make sure to beat the crap out of them. Let's say I don't really need titanium, but I actually kind of do for some of the items I'm going to build. I don't think there's any tons inside of it, is there? No, not inside this one, apparently. They're always fun to swim through, though. I will give them that. The tubes are like one of my favorite things about this game, is swimming through them. Not gonna lie. I need my knife to knock these out faster. There we go. Now, if you have an item, you break them in one hit. But if you don't, then you have to smack them like 3 times. Which can be annoying if you have very low health, or like very low air. I like how they put like a sound effect when you die, though, because it used to be a thing where you couldn't tell when you died. This is common coral, isn't it? Oh, come on. Oh, shit. Taking these things on with a knife is not actually a proper way to defeat them, but it is something you can do. Ah, that's why my inventory's full. Ah! Fuck off. Oh, I killed it. Apparently. Sadly, killing him doesn't give you anything. Trying to put this away and I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. I'm like, why the fuck won't it go away? What the hell? It sounded like it came back, but it was just like in the ground. Oh well. I like how things that you drop just float in the water indefinitely. It's kind of like the Elder Scrolls games, in my opinion. Alright, let's put this away. This is actually kind of nice. I'm actually like sitting right, well, not right in front of my TV, but more or less right in front of my TV. So I have to have the volume down a little bit so it doesn't pick up on my mic. Not that it'd be a problem if it did, I guess. Get rid of that. Even though it just fills up whatever inventory space I just emptied with it, so I guess it's not the best thing in the world. Okay, so we did that. So now we need to make, we don't need the flashlight. Oh, a beacon, that could be useful. And a grass sphere. Again, not the most useful. Current generator. Uses artificial gravity to generate conventional current. Cool. I wonder if that actually is useful. I've never actually used it in the game because it sounded stupid, but I wonder if it can actually make you swim faster. Oh, I'm almost out of health. That's why I was like, why is it telling me to make food? Wait, what is the thing I made? Like, I found? There's something I found that I was like, oh, I don't have any salt. Okay. Much as I don't want to put it in my inventory here. I need to get rid of those. What's this? Life hole, pothole integrity, okay. Gravity anchor offline, secondary systems. Oh, okay, so maybe it'll just continue to move until I actually repair it. That's actually a difficult thing to do. To repair it, you have to go into dangerous territory. So there's this like little cave areas in the ground. In them is these bastard creeper fish, as I refer to them, because like it's kind of like Minecraft. And what they will do is they'll come flying at you from the little thing they're hiding in and just blow up. Usually they do about... Oh, there's one right there actually. Let's see, is it occupied? Oh, this one apparently isn't. But there's always crash powder in these. Actually looks like they're empty. They're usually not empty. But yeah, the fish that are in them usually will just like shoot at you like a bat out of hell and then just blow up. And the only way to really avoid them is to like swim in a direction that they can't go, like up and out of like a cave or whatever. And sometimes they'll, if you get lucky, they'll crash into the wall and end up getting stuck and blowing up the wall, which can actually be useful because then you can actually swim through the tunnel a little bit easier. Oh, that's just the tunnel thing. Okay, I'll think about that. Thankfully, your life pod, which has moved quite a bit, it looks like, does tend to stay in one area. Like, what I mean by not stay in one area, but does tend to have a beacon on it. So although it will move, it will give you a beacon to help you keep track of where it is. So I got 2 lead bars. What do I need to make my radiation suit? So I was like, needing to do that. Wait, I had 2. What happened to the other one I had? Damn it to hell. Did I like accidentally make it into something else? Without thinking? No, I died. That's what it was. Fuck. I forgot all about it. I died. Shit, fuck. Okay, Oh, yeah, I also need food too. God damn it. There was something I needed. Well, like... No, close that so I can check something. I don't remember what it was. Magnesium? Oh yeah, the crash powder. How many crash powders do you need to make this thing? There's a tool that you can make with it. The welder. Okay. You need the welder to repair this bad boy.
Broadcasting. Emergency distress signal.
Basically, if you couldn't hear it, basically said that it is,
A new message has arrived.
put out a distress signal.
Message.
This is an automated bounce back from the Aurora mining vessel. Your distress signal has been received. An emergency relief team will be dispatched to your location. Estimated arrival time, 9 hours.
Well, thanks for that. Basically, that just said the Aurora mining vessel was the one who got our message, and then was just like, oh, here you go, we took your message for you. And I'm like, we were just on the stupid Aurora. Why would we care if it had the message or not? I just realized that. When I first played the game, I didn't catch that. It's actually kind of a funny thing. So it's actually really hilarious that it says that it's like, the mining vessel caught your message and will come and save you. And I'm like, the mining vessel? What? That doesn't help us at all. Oh, man. Yeah, you can't shoot out of the water. Stupid air sac.
Caution. Blood nutrient levels decreasing. Calorie intake recommended.
That thing right there is pretty cool. It's actually a poisonous fish, but like it'll just swim around and ignore you. It's like a stingray, kind of. Except stingrays would actually attack you if you got too close to them, I guess, from what I've heard. But basically, it's a stingray, and it will, like it says that if you tried to, like, if you were to try to eat it, you would die. And I was like, that's actually kind of interesting. It's kind of like how they say jellyfish are technically, they have like a really silly name because you can't eat them because they're not food at all. This used to scare the crap out of me when it would like turn nighttime like this. I'd be like, ah, I'm dying of air loss. And then I would swim back to the surface and I would like check, and I only had like, something stupid like 30 things of air left. Damn it. I have actually seen fish die before, and you can pick them up, but the problem with dead fish is if you
mild dehydration detected.
do pick them up and try to eat them, what tends to happen is you will not actually get as much food from them, and like basically they also can hurt you like by causing you to lose stuff.
New creature discovered.
I got the peeper because it was just frozen there. That's great, because peepers are worth the most food since they're so hard to catch. There's actually a peeper fish that you can find later, and it has like a purple eyeball, and they're actually not afraid of you at all. So like you just like run right up to them and like grab them, but they're not worth as much food if I remember right. There you go, yeah. Okay, we've probably been recording for, yeah, about 35 minutes, so that should probably do. So I will save the game here, and I will call this an episode. For the most part, I do consider coming back to this game, so if you guys want to see more of this, just let me know in the comments. I'm going to take a break from it for now, because this game is kind of frustrating to play for long periods of time, and there's really not a whole lot of stuff that you can really enjoy in the game, so to speak. Like, how do I put this? Like, actually just watching someone play would be kind of boring, just by, like, watching me struggle to survive. It's not until I get, like, better and, like, get more of my advanced stuff, like my advanced technologies that you can get when you start exploring deeper on the water and all that, then I would be able to actually, show you guys what this game's all about. But that'll be later. Till then, everyone, bye.